and I'm happy to have you here. I've gone live for an hour, and my audio was off, was low. So like Tabasang from South Africa noticed that there was no volume while I was speaking. And when I was done, only to be surprised that on my settings the volume was low, and I was like, oh my god, like friends, I put in more time and only to find that there was no volume. So I learned it the hard way. Yes, so you are very welcome, my beautiful friends. Like, yes, to our hair growth. Like this is more like a live workshop on hair growth, herbs, oils. So if you've been like struggling with thinning hair, slow growth, or dryness, you are in the right place. Okay, you are in the right place. So I'm here to show you how to grow healthier hair, fuller hair, naturally, okay, without any toxic ingredients. So on Casa Naturals, we don't use like toxic ingredients, okay? So we use organic um herbs, oils, and products, okay? Because we don't want to put toxics on our body. Because what usually most happens is that when you apply your product, they go directly, into our bloodstream, okay? So we need to be cautious what we put on our skin, okay? So I appreciate you so much, my beautiful friends, for your love and your support. I wanted my background flower, like I love flowers, my beautiful friends. So this flower is growing very well. I don't even know the name. Perhaps you know the name of this flower. You should tell me, okay, if you know the name of this flower. I don't even know the name of this flower. Like it's actually very easy to propagate. Like when the leaves, when you just get one leaf, you insert it in the soil, it will start, germinating. Like it's a beautiful flower. Like I love flowers very much. Yes, so you should tell me like the name of this flower if you know the name, okay? So I wanted it like to be somewhere here. No. Yes, I hope it won't like flip. Let me just put something to against it so that it doesn't fall. Okay, my beautiful friends. So while I'm waiting for you, like we are in a 6-day global hair challenge. This flower should be here, my princess. My princess. Because if I put it here, yes, here it will be more visible. Hopefully it won't disturb me as I do my video. Like I love flowers very much, my beautiful friends. Okay, I appreciate you so much for coming to watch Casa Naturals today, my beautiful friends. Yes, just tell me where you're watching us from. So today we are talking about Temuika Muhango. Hi Temuika, thank you so much for coming to watch Casa Naturals live. I appreciate you so much for coming. Yes, so I have this beautiful flower. You can tell me the name. I don't even know the name of this princess. Okay, so today we are talking about herbs and oils for hair growth. Herbs and oils for hair growth. So of course, you know what, my beautiful friends, like if you've been struggling with thinning hair, okay, slow growth or dryness, okay, Temuika Mohango is saying, do you play Roblox? No, my friends, you can actually educate me on that one, okay? You can educate me on that one. Yes, Roblox. It's quite new to me. Yes, you can tell me more about that, okay? Then probably I can check it out, okay? So today we are talking about herbs and oils. Like if you've been struggling with thinning hair, slow growth, or dryness, then you are in the right place, my beautiful friends. You are in the right place. So my name is Dorcas from Casa Naturals. So I'm here to show you how to grow healthier hair naturally, okay? Naturally. Temika is saying it's only me in the stream. Oh, we are actually three. We are actually three. I'm sure more people will join in. Okay, Temika is saying bye. Okay, Temika, before you go, subscribe to Casa Naturals, my friend. Subscribe before you say bye. So Temwika is saying wait. Okay, I appreciate you so much, Temwika. So don't forget to subscribe, okay, and give this video a like before you go, my beautiful friends. So like if you are new on Casa Naturals, we talk about organic skincare and hair care, okay, and we are actually in a challenge of 60-day global hair challenge, okay, which started in on 1st August and it will end on 31st of September, okay. um Temwika is saying, can you make me a mod? Okay, what do you mean, Temwika? What do you mean, my beautiful friend? What do you mean? What do you mean, my beautiful friend? Okay, so my beautiful friends, like we are talking about how to grow your hair like naturally. If you're struggling with slow growth, or maybe your hair is thinning out, I'm here like to give you herbs and oils that promote hair growth, okay, and I'm super excited to have you, my beautiful friends. Okay, Tamika is saying bye. Bye, Tamika. I hope you've subscribed before saying bye, my beautiful friend. God bless you for coming to watch Casa Naturals. I appreciate you so much, my beautiful friend. Yes, so we are actually now 5. I'm sure my friends will still come. Like this is the right time for me when I do live videos, because this is the time when my community is online, okay, it's online. So my beautiful friends, like stick with me, okay, stick with me till the end, because I'll show you like my favorite 3 oils recipes, and I'll answer your personal hair questions, okay, live. I'll answer your hair questions live, my beautiful friends. So drop your name and tell me where you're watching us from. Drop your name and tell me where you're watching us from, my beautiful friends. Okay, so if you have any question on skincare or hair care, I'm here to answer all your questions, okay? Okay, my beautiful friends. Just tell me where you're watching us from or where you're tuning from, okay? I would love to hear from you, my beautiful friends. Of course, you know, let's chat, okay? Let's chat. Let's chat. Let's connect, you know. Tell me where you're watching us from or where you're tuning from, okay, and your name, so that we connect, okay. So of course today I'm sharing with you, my beautiful friends, like hair growth oils that are good for the hair, and herbs that are very good for your hair. Like if your hair is thinning out, or maybe it's dry, or you have stunted growth, I'm here to help you with the oils that I've tested and herbs that I've tested and that have been researched that actually grow hair, okay. Just stick with me until to the end. So like before you jump in, my beautiful friends, if you have any question, just drop your question, then I'll answer you live, okay. I'll answer you live, my beautiful people. So like before you jump in, like how many products have you tried? How many products have you tried? Because you know what, my beautiful friends, on YouTube, oh, okay, I appreciate you so much for that clarification, okay. So Temika is saying a mod means able to ban people. Why should you ban people? Because people come here at their own liberty with the love that they have, okay, they join. So I don't know what you mean by banning people, or probably maybe on your channel or on your social media, okay. Yes, so like my beautiful friends, tell me like how many products have you used? How many products have you tried and only see little or no change at all, no results? Like you have tried many products and you have not seen any result or change. Just comment in the chat section. I'd love to hear from you, my beautiful friends, okay? So of course, I'm going to dive in the herbs and the products that can actually help you a great deal. So of course, you know, the truth is, my beautiful friends, like I have this princess, like this beautiful flower with me, and I don't know the name of this flower. So you can kindly tell me, okay, in the chat section, like just tell me the name of this beautiful princess. Like beautiful friends, I love flowers very much, okay. I love flowers. Yes, so the truth is you know, many store-bought actually products, I've tried store-bought products, and many of the products, store-bought products, like they contain toxic ingredients. Okay, they are diluted with ingredients or unnecessary chemicals, most of them, okay, that don't really feed your scalp. But of course, I understand that there are quite good companies out there which make good products, okay, but most of the products that we purchase from the stores, my beautiful friends, like they are full of chemicals, okay. Many bought products, they are full of chemicals, my beautiful friends. But of course, I don't degrade any company. I won't mention any names, okay. But of course, I believe there are good companies out there which I have tried. I've tried their products, high end, products like I've tried Daiso. I've tried what else? Pond's. Pond's is from South Africa. For hair, like I've tried quite different kinds of products. Like I've tried Eden Body Works. I've tried Cream of Nature. I've tried, these are some of the good products that I'm talking about, okay. I've also tried a sheer moisture products, like they are good, okay. So of course, but most of the companies, like they dilute ingredients that are unnecessary, which are mostly chemicals, okay, which are mostly chemicals. So in tomorrow's live, I'm going to share. Okay, sorry, my beautiful friends, like I was sharing the call, okay. I received a call. Yes, so of course, you know what, if you have tried, like you have bought products that have worked for you, you can comment in the chat section below. Like it could be that you bought products for the hair or your skin and they are working well for you despite purchasing from the stores, okay. And watch our trusted stores where you purchase your products, okay, so that we can check them out also. So, but of course, you know what, herbs and oils and natures, like oils. In fact, I even come with my oils. I have some coconut oil here, and I have some stimulating herbal hair growth, which are made with different kinds of herbs and different kinds of oils. So like in this oil, there are about 10 natural oils and more than 10 herbs which are made and infused. But of course, as we go in our video, I'll tell you exactly how you can make your own oil, okay, using some herbs and some oils that you can actually make. So I have some for sale. I haven't yet put some stickers. Yes, so those are some of the oils that I make, like for sale, where I add some herbs and different kinds of oils. So this is an example of what I've made, and these are for sale. Actually, I have quite a number of bottles. Like I was actually packaging them today. So I've already worked on my stickers, okay. And by God grace, over the weekend, I'm going to put the stickers, and I'll have to put this on sale. Like you can make your own business, okay, in the comfort of your home. So you know what, we are going to talk about the top growth herbs and oils, okay, my beautiful friends. I appreciate you so much for coming to Casa Naturals. So I'm going to tell you exactly like the top oils for hair growth and herbs. Just stick around, my beautiful friends, and subscribe and give this video a like, okay. Give this video a big thumbs up. So the top is rosemary. Rosemary, my beautiful friends, like rosemary is a queen when it comes to herbs that promote hair growth. It's just that I didn't come with my rosemary. I was supposed to come with my rosemary. Yeah, so even in my oils, like I added some rosemary, okay, because rosemary actually stimulates growth. I'm looking for my bottles. So in this oil for so, I'd added some rosemary. So rosemary actually stimulates growth. It stimulates blood flow, circulation in the scalp, and speed up growth, okay. So rosemary actually has been compared to minoxidil, a topical ingredient or a product that is actually used in medical practitioner to help people who have thinning hair, or maybe they are experiencing androgenic alopecia, okay, or maybe they are experiencing hair loss. So actually rosemary has been compared to minoxidil, okay. So it works better like minoxidil because it stimulates growth and stimulate blood flow to the scalp, hence promoting hair growth. So don't sleep on rosemary, okay? Don't sleep on rosemary. If you have thinning hair, or if you want to make your own oil at home, don't skip rosemary, my beautiful friends, okay? The next herb is hibiscus. I love hibiscus. So like all these herbs that I'm talking about, I have them, okay? I have them. I was supposed to come with them, but it slipped my mind, okay, my beautiful friends. So hibiscus. So in this oil stimulating hair growth oil, like I had added some hibiscus, because hibiscus encourages new growth and makes hair soft and shine, okay? Then the next is the stingy nettle. Stingy nettle. So if you have used some of these herbs, my beautiful friends, just comment in the chat section and tell me probably the other herbs that you have tried that have been working well for your hair, okay? Just comment in the chat section below. Then stingy nettle herb is good because it's that leaf, like it's packed with many nutrients, okay? Stingy nettle is packed with many nutrients that feed your follicles and it stimulates growth, my beautiful people. And actually, it has a lot of sulfur in it. Stingy nettle has a lot of sulfur in it, and it's good for the scalp, and it is also good for the hair strands. It promotes blood flow to the scalp, hence promoting hair growth. And another herb is amla. Like I've used these herbs, my beautiful friends, and my clients like they come back and testify, okay? And I've used them, like I've been using these herbs for more than 6 years and they've been making wonders. So what I'm talking about, my beautiful friends, this is the gospel truth, okay? This is the gospel truth. So amla actually comes from India, okay? So you can, all these herbs that I'm talking about, like you can purchase them online, you know, on eBay, on Amazon, and you can also check some Vedic shops, okay? Like sometimes I get my amla from Indian shops. You can check Indian shops around your place, okay? Or any stores like Wheat Store, herbs. Or you can also check out Mountain Rose, like they are online. Yes, it's a US based company, like they have different kinds of herbs, okay? And then so amla, my beautiful friend, like amla is also called an Indian gooseberry. It is high in vitamins. It is high in vitamin C. So actually vitamin C, which is in amla, prevents early or premature graying, okay? If you're somebody who's struggling with premature graying, but of course, you know what? Gray hair is a crown of glory. It shows that you've lived a righteous life. That is according to the Bible, okay? So if you have gray hair, embrace it, my beautiful people. However, if you have premature graying, just use amla. Like amla has vitamin C, which is actually high in vitamin C. So the vitamin C in amla prevents premature graying. Okay, my beautiful friends. Then we have fenugreek. You know, I've seen quite a number of videos on YouTube, on Pinterest, on Instagram, on TikTok, but of course I don't normally watch videos on TikTok, but on Instagram, you know, Pinterest, YouTube, like you find many different kinds of herbs, and most people like use these herbs that I'm talking about, my beautiful friends. Like they're highly potent and they really work. Like if you are struggling with hair growth, or if you want to come up with a business of making some herbs oil, like herbal oil, you can add these herbs that I'm talking about. So fenugreek actually is rich in protein. You know, as you know, like protein actually strengthens hair and it prevents breakage, okay? So make sure that you include fenugreek. I've made quite a number of videos on some of the herbs that I'm talking about. I'll link some of the video in the description box below. Then the other one that I love is peppermint. Peppermint. I was supposed to come with some of the herbs that I have, but you know, I was unable to. So peppermint actually stimulates growth. And if you're struggling with dandruff and itchy scalp, like peppermint is going to stimulate your hair growth. and it is also going to prevent, you know, dandruff and an itchy scalp. Okay, because it gives that tingling sensation, you know, cooling sensation, my beautiful friends. Like peppermint is very nice because it stimulates growth. So you can use some herbs, or you can use peppermint essential oil. Okay, but if you're using peppermint essential oil, make sure that you dilute it because they are highly concentrated. Make sure that you dilute it with a carrier oil like rosemary, I beg your pardon, with a carrier oil like olive oil or coconut oil, okay, or sweet almond oil. Okay, my beautiful friends. So subscribe to Casa Naturals and give this video a big thumbs up, my beautiful friends. Okay, so if you have any questions, just drop it in the chat section, then I'll answer you live. So which of these herbs have you tried? Which of these herbs that we have just talked about have you used before? Like type in the chat section below, my beautiful friends. I would love to hear from you if you have used some of the herbs that I've mentioned, or probably maybe there are other herbs that you have used. So of course, you know, I've also used neem. Neem is good if you have seborrheic dermatitis, which is actually dandruff, and actually neem is very nice. Very soon I'll make a neem shampoo. Make sure that you come back and watch. Come every day and watch my videos. One of these days I will be making a neem shampoo. Like if you are suffering from dandruff, or maybe you have sores on your scalp, like neem has antibacterial properties that can actually treat the ailments that you are suffering from, or if you have any issues with your scalp. But of course, make sure that you consult with your doctor. Okay, okay, my beautiful friends. Now that we've talked about the herbs that promote hair growth, but of course I've also used amla. Yes, I've talked of amla, ashwagandha. Okay, ashwagandha. I've tried ashwagandha. I've also tried I'm forgetting. I've also tried moringa. Yes, moringa like has all the nutrients we can talk of, my beautiful friends. Like don't sleep on these herbs that I'm talking about. Okay, so just tell me in the chat section, like how many herbs have you tried? Okay, what type of herbs have you tried, my beautiful friends? Now that we have spoken about the herbs that promote hair growth and how you can use them in your oils, but of course as we go, make sure that you stick until to the end, because I'm going to tell you exactly how you can infuse them in oils. Okay, how you can use these herbs, okay, and the methods that you can use. Okay, the two methods. So I will talk about this at the end of our live. So let's talk about the oils. So the first is castor oil. So castor oil in nature is very thick. Okay, it's very thick. However, it has a lot of nutrients and is rich, perfect for strengthening the roots. You know, many people swear by castor oil that it thickens the hair. Okay, some people reported thickness of hair by using castor oil. So you can use any castor oil, like all of them, they are good, because there's one which is a Jamaican black castor oil, and there's Jamaican black castor oil. It is actually dark in color, and the other one is light in color. So both actually, they do a great job. Okay, so the next is coconut oil, my beloved oil. Like this is one of my favorite oil. Okay, so I actually go for organic, like extra virgin. I also have pure refined coconut oil. So I actually did a video on different types of oils. You can check that video out, or I'll link it in the description box below. Okay, or you can make your own DIY. I'd actually made my own DIY coconut oil. Like coconut oil is very easy to make. Okay, so coconut oil actually deeply penetrates. Okay, it deeply penetrates your hair strands, and your hair shaft, and it reduces protein loss. Okay, protein loss. And this is the only oil that actually penetrates your strands. You've heard, my beautiful friends, that oil doesn't moisturize your hair. Okay, oil works as a sealant to seal in the moisture. However, this oil, like coconut oil, actually is best, like it penetrates. You can use it, you know, without any moisturizer, because it penetrates the hair. So sometimes I use it the way it is, and actually at room temperature it's very solid. Okay, at room temperature it's solid. So I'll just apply it on my scalp and to the rest of my hair. So this is just a demo, my beautiful friends. Okay, so the next one is a grapeseed oil. Like, I love grapeseed oil. Grapeseed oil is actually very light. Okay, so grapeseed oil is very light. So grapeseed oil actually is great for oily scalp, or if you are somebody who has the oily hair, like grapeseed oil is a very good choice. Okay, so if you have tried out these oils that I'm mentioning and the herbs, just type in the chat section, my beloved friends, and give this video a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe, comment, and share this video to a friend who wants hair growth. Okay, and if you could choose, like, if you could choose any oil, one oil for your hair, if you could choose just one oil for your hair, which one would you use? Which one would you choose, my beautiful friends, for your hair? Like, if you are just to choose one oil, which one would you use, my beautiful friends? But of course, you know what, I would go for coconut oil. Okay, if I were to use just one oil for my hair, I would go for coconut oil. How about you? How about you, my beautiful friends? Which oil would you go for? Okay, would you go for grapeseed oil? Would you go for coconut oil? Would you go for sweet almond oil? Would you go for jojoba oil? Which one would you go for, my beautiful friends? So the next is how to infuse these oils and herbs. Okay, how to infuse. So my beautiful friends, like, I've shared quite a number of videos on how you can make your own oils. Okay, I'll link some in the description box below, or you can check some of my videos, pre-recorded videos on my channel. So this is one of the oils that are made by infusing different kinds of herbs, okay, and different kinds of oils. Like, it smells very nice. Okay, so you have to choose the herbs. Choose the herbs. So you can use rosemary herbs. You can also use a neem. Okay, you can also use any herbs that you have. And what you need to do is, like, let's assume that this is a bottle. Okay, this is your mason jar. Then you have the herbs. Okay, you have your rosemary, you have your neem. Okay, you have your peppermint, whatever herbs that you are using. Then you have to put the herbs, okay, into your jar. I usually love mason jars. So you place the herbs in a clean jar. Okay, and then you pour your oil. Okay, you pour your oil. Make sure that those herbs are covered. Okay, you make sure that the herbs are covered. Oh my god, like, I had put some of them dropped in my coconut oil. Okay, so then once, like, assume that we have put our oils and our herbs in here, and then you can do a double boiler. Okay, you can place your bottle in the double boiler. Okay, double boiler for 30 to 40 minutes. Okay, but however, of course, that is the first method that I use, that you can use, but I don't normally use the double boiler. I like the natural way of infusing the oils. Okay, like, for the oils that are made for sale, I'd infuse the herbs and the oils for 3 months. Okay, for 3 months, my beautiful friends. So, like, this oil is loaded. It does wonders, my beautiful friends. Okay, so subscribe to Casa Naturals, and don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Okay, give this video a big thumbs up, my beautiful friends. And I thank you so much for coming to watch. Continue watching, my beautiful friends, because I still have more things to share with you that can actually change your hair, or that can help you to grow your hair. So if the second method, apart from double boiler method of infusing your oils, the other method is to place your jar or your glass jar in a dark place, okay, near your window, so that sunlight can be reaching the bottle, so that the herbs can infuse. Okay, so that those nutrients, they can come out of the herbs and be infused in the oil. Okay, and then once you are done, you strain. Okay, You strain. You should actually use, you can use a cheesecloth. However, my beautiful friends, like if you had added some powder herbs, powdered, like they are very difficult to strain. Okay, they are very difficult to strain. So there are herbs like amla. Like for me, I have sometimes, like, you may not find the leaves, but you just find the powder. So make sure that you don't use a strainer. Make sure that you use something like a cheesecloth, so that the powders won't be coming out. Okay, won't be getting into your oils. Okay, so once you are done, like, strain. Okay, and make sure that you store um your oils, like, in a dark glass bottle. Let me just give you an example. Because this way, in a dark bottle, this actually prevents sunlight from getting in, so that the oil doesn't oxidize. Okay, I've seen oils, like, when it oxidizes, the color will even change, and it will even become thicker like glue. Okay, thicker like glue. So make sure that you store your oils in dark glass bottles. Okay, now it's time for questions. It's time for questions. Okay, all right, now it's your turn. Okay, my beautiful friends, it's your turn. Ask me questions about herbs, oils, or if you have any hair concerns. If you have any hair concerns, I will answer you live. Okay, if you have any hair concerns, or even skincare, you can ask my beautiful friends. I'll answer you live. Okay, I'll answer you live. And remember, healthy hair actually starts from the inside out. I always talk about this, my beautiful friends. Like, eat well. You should have a good lifestyle. So if you're somebody who smokes and you want hair growth, please stop smoking. Stop smoking, my beautiful friends. And actually, it's just that yesterday's live, it had no audio because my settings went off. Okay, I'm going to do a live video this week, if God permits, about lifestyle, how lifestyle actually is connected to our hair growth and our skin, and how the inside part, like, can affect our hair and our skin. Okay, so actually, healthy hair, my beautiful friends, start from inside out. So make sure that you are hydrating, you are drinking enough water, you are having quality sleep, and you are eating well. Eat your vegetables. Okay, eat your fruits, eat your nuts. Okay, my beautiful friends. So of course, like, that your scalp is also important. Okay, your scalp is important, because you know what, if you are eating well, you are also boosting your scalp. Okay, you are also boosting your scalp. I've seen, of course, I'm not going to mention the names, or probably maybe the countries. Okay, we are not here to degrade other people. Okay, yes, I've seen some children, like, who do not eat well, and they suffer from malnutrition. You would also see that their hair is kind of light and it turns yellow. Okay, so what I'm trying to emphasize on is that make sure that you are eating well, because it affects your hair. Okay, and it affects your overall health, because when you are sick, your hair is also affected, your skin is also affected. So make sure that you are eating well, my beautiful friends. Like, your lifestyle, avoid, like, having too much sugar, my friends. Okay, avoid, just eat good food, my beautiful friends, like natural foods. You can even make your own drinks. Okay, from apples, from oranges. But if you are unable to do that, please make sure that you go for good juices. Okay, yes, my beautiful friends. So if you have any questions, just drop them in the chat section below. And if you are enjoying this video today, subscribe, comment, like, and share, my beautiful friends. And I appreciate you so much for coming to watch Casa Naturals live. And of course, I'm actually working on an herbal hair growth ebook, a free ebook. Very soon it will be available. I'm going to definitely let you know. Yes, it will be a free ebook. like I'm giving back to my community, because Casa Naturals is actually growing. We are more than 2,500 subscribers and more than 350,000 views. I'm so grateful, my beautiful friends, for your love and your support. And above all, I'm grateful to my God who always give me the strength to do what I do, okay, and the wisdom to do what I do. Had it not been for the Lord, I wouldn't have been able to do this, okay. So I always appreciate God in everything that I do, because it's all about God, okay. It's all about God, my beautiful friends, okay. So I appreciate you so much for spending the time with you, your precious time. And please be happy, grow that hair, and be patient and be consistent. Most of us actually, we struggle when it comes to consistent. I always talk about consistent. Like, if you want to grow your natural hair, my beautiful friends, you can have all these herbs, you can have the best products, but if you are not consistent, then you're not definitely going to see the results. So you need to be consistent. I can give you a practical example, okay. If you have maybe a deep conditioner and then you just use it once, like you use it today, and then after 4 months, that's when now you want to use it again, it's not going to work. You're not going to see the results. So for you to see the results, my beautiful friends, you need to be there. You need to show up for your hair, like care for your hair every day, because there are some practices that we do to take care of our hair every day. For example, wearing a satin bonnet when going to sleep, okay, because it prevents friction, okay, as you sleep. So make sure that you sleep on satin pillowcases, or you can wear a satin bonnet or a silk bonnet, because it's very important. You won't have that friction, and actually your hair won't be breaking, okay. Your hair won't be breaking, my beautiful friends. And of course, you can do scalp massages. So with the oils that I've actually told you about, and the herbs, once you infuse them, all oils actually work in many ways. Like, you can do a hot oil treatment. You just warm your oil, okay. You just warm your oil, my beautiful friends. Like, I have this beautiful princess here, and I don't even know the name of this beautiful flower. So you can tell me, like, let me just do a close-up. Have you seen this beautiful flower, my friends? If you know the name, just tell me, okay. I love flowers, my beautiful friends, and it's been growing well, and I'm grateful to God. I have quite a number of flowers around, and recently I planted some potatoes. Yes, well, in one of these days I'll definitely show you. So you can use, actually, that was just on a Lila moment, okay. So you can use oil as a sealant, okay, after like washing your hair. Oh, my baby, and she's very fragile, she's very fragile. So you can use oil as a hot oil treatment. So what you need to do is just warm your oil, like the way I put it, like in an applicator bottle. You just get a cup, not a glass cup, but of course, okay, I usually most use beakers, okay, a beaker. Yes, a glass beaker. I put the hot water in it, and then I place my applicator bottle, which has oils in them. Then once it becomes like warm, then I apply it in sections, okay, in sections. Then you put on a plastic cap and let your oil like penetrate and do the work. Like, hot oil treatments, they are very good. Like, if you feel that your hair is dry, you can use hot oil treatments. Like, hot treatments, they make the hair soft, okay, they make the hair soft. Hot treatments, I've been doing hot oil treatments, friends, and don't sleep on hot treatments. So oil can work as a hot oil treatment, and oil can also work as a sealant, okay, to seal in the moisture. Because after washing the hair, our routine is, like, for my routine, I always do a pre-shampoo. I do a hot oil treatment, then I let it sit maybe for hours, depending on the time that I have. In most cases, if I'm actually doing a hot oil treatment like over the weekend, I would leave my hot oil treatment for 24 hours. But however, if I don't have that time, I let this oil treatment sit in my hair for at least hours, and then I rinse it off. Before rinsing it, actually, I detangle my hair, okay. So after detangling, I wash my hair. So after washing your hair and you apply your conditioner, you rinse your conditioner, then you apply a leave-in. Then an oil will become a sealant. It will seal in that moisture. Or maybe you are using water, you spray your water, or maybe use a leave-in. And of course, a leave-in should have water as the first ingredient. So if your leave-in doesn't have water as the first ingredients, then it's not going to moisturize your hair, okay? So you need to seal in that moisture with an oil or shea butter, or you can use a butter. So the oil will help for the moisture to stay in the hair for at least maybe 1 week. Like you won't need to remoisturize your hair unless otherwise. And you will find that actually it prevents breakage. As a result, your hair will stop breaking, okay? You experience a lot, you have a lot of length, okay, because your hair is not breaking. What actually makes the hair not to grow is that your hair is breaking. So you need to know how to prevent breakage if you want to grow your hair, or if you're somebody who is looking for length, okay? I'm also looking for length, okay? So I'm doing all I can, and actually I've my hair stopped breaking because I've corrected that problem, okay? So oils also can work for scalp massages, okay? So you need to be cautious, but of course, when we are mixing your oils, make sure that you mix the oils with some thicker oils like cocoa, Jamaican black castor oil, or any other clear castor oil. Like naturally, castor oil is very thick, so don't use castor oil independently. You have to mix it with some lighter oils like sweet almond oil, grapeseed oil, some lighter oils. Make sure that you balance it up so that you don't clog your pores, okay? Because if your pores are clogged, your hair follicles, like, you won't see growth, my beautiful friends, okay? So if you are dealing with the scalp, okay, make sure that you balance your oil very well and add some essential oils, okay? So I added in my stimulating herbal hair growth oil for sale, like I added some peppermint, rosemary essential oils, okay, and some tea tree essential oil. Like, they are very nice because like tea tree essential oil is an antibacterial oil, okay? So they are good for the scalp and they stimulate growth. So you can use that as that oil, like balance it up nicely as an oil massage. So you massage like in circular motions, okay? So massaging actually promotes blood flow to the scalp, hence promoting hair growth. And make sure that you pay attention on the areas that are affected, okay? So in most cases, like for women, as women, especially African American women, like we love tight braids, you know, pulling up our hair, and in most cases we suffer from a receding hairline, okay? A receding hairline. And of course, some other people like who have straight hair, if they put their bun up like tightly, they are also affected. So what most the first spot to show that there is that alopecia, or maybe hair has started thinning, it's this area, you know, and of course some at the crown, some at the back here. So you can use rosemary, okay? Just mix your herbs in oil, and then put in your essential oil. Then you massage that spot, okay? I'm telling you, after a month you are going to see a difference, okay? You are going to see a difference. And of course, my community members always ask me that, what can I use, you know, because my hair is breaking. I always encourage that incorporate rosemary, okay? Incorporate rosemary. And actually, in our 6-day global hair challenge, I have decided to be spraying my hair every day with rosemary, okay? And of course, I'm going to give a verdict at the end of the month, you know, after applying rosemary consistently. So I've used rosemary consistently, my beautiful friends. Like, my hair was thinning out, and it's that volume went, it was not there. So I started using rosemary, and my beautiful friends, like, rosemary does work, okay? I've tested rosemary, I've tested some of the herbs that I was talking about, and they all, like, my hair drastically improved. And many people ask me to say, what products do you use? Like, I just use some natural herbs, some natural oils which are good for the hair, okay? So like I've been using these oils and herbs for 6 years, okay? So I know which ones work and the ones which don't work. So my beautiful friends, subscribe to Casa Naturals and give this video a big thumbs up, okay? If you have any questions, just drop them in the chat section and then I'll get back to you, my beautiful friends, okay? So let me just do a recap, okay? So we were looking at the best oils, okay? I'm just doing a recap, my beautiful friends, to my beautiful friends probably who have just joined in late, okay? So we are looking at herbs and oils, okay, that help with hair growth. If probably you are struggling with thinning hair or slow growth or dryness, okay, I appreciate you so much for giving this video a big thumbs up. So my beautiful friends, like we are looking at herbs that promote hair growth and of course some oils that promote hair growth. So we talked over oils like castor oil, okay, because castor oil actually has many people reported that after using castor oil their hair became thick, okay? Many people have reported that their hair becomes thick, okay? So castor oil actually is full of nutrients and is perfect for strengthening your roots. We also looked at coconut oil. Coconut oil is one of my favorite oils, okay? I have this extra virgin coconut oil. So at room temperature, actually, it is solid, okay? So you can use cold pressed because coconut oil actually comes in 3 types. I did a detailed video on coconut oil. I'll link it in the description box below or you can check it out. So coconut oil is one of the oil that penetrate the hair. Like you can apply coconut oil independently and it's going to penetrate in your hair. It's the only oil that can do that, okay? Then we also talked of olive oil. Like I love olive oil. Like olive oil also moisturizes and it promotes blood flow to the scalp and it's actually great for oily skin. So if you're somebody who has oily skin, you can go for olive oil. And actually, you know, I didn't mention this at first, like olive oil, like if you want that shine, you know, in your hair, olive oil can do the job. Like there's no any other oil which can beat olive oil when it comes to shine, okay? That shine, to give that your hair that shine, only rosemary, only olive oil can do that. Then we also talked of grapeseed oil. Grapeseed oil is actually high in nutrients and great for, okay, I've already said that, great for oily scalps, okay? And of course, I asked a question to say, if you could choose just one oil, which one would you go for? Which one would you go for? Like solely one oil, okay? I chose coconut oil. Coconut oil is my favorite oil. I also at some point I'd done a DIY. I'd made my own oil from one coconut oil, my beautiful friends. I'd even shared it, okay? Yes, and we also talked over some herbs which promote hair growth. So we talked of amla, we talked of rosemary, we talked of peppermint, we talked of quite a number of oils. We also talked of nettle leaves. We also talked of rosemary, hibiscus, fenugreek. Like those are some of the herbs that you can use in your oil to make your own product at home. So we also looked at, like, hibiscus encourages growth, new growth, and it actually makes the hair soft and shine. And for stingy nettle, like stingy nettle is packed with nutrients that feed the hair follicles. It stimulates growth, okay? And amla actually is called Indian gooseberry. It is high in vitamin C. So if you're somebody who has gray hair, okay, if you have premature graying, then amla can do the job, my friend. Just try amla, okay? I've made amla shampoo, I've made amla deep conditioners. Like I infuse it in most of my DIY products, okay? So if you're somebody who wants to know how to make your own products at home, I teach one-on-one. I can teach you how to make your own oil at home, okay, in the comfort of your home. This one is for sale, okay? So I've got about more than 20 of these. Yes, like you can make your own oil at home. And actually, you know, when I started formulating, I started with an oil. Like an oil is very simple to make, okay? Then I started making my own shampoos, deep conditioners. So at this point, I'm able to make anything, okay, when it comes to cosmetics, okay. So in most cases, I don't purchase products because I make them on my own. I make my own shampoo, I make my own deep conditioners, I make my own serums, I make my own facial cleansers, I make my own lip balms. Like you can, I can teach you on how to make all these things. Like I have experience, okay? I have some expertise on that, my beautiful friends. So if you have premature growing, then you can go for amla, okay? Then we also talked of fenugreek. Like fenugreek is rich in protein. It strengthens the hair and prevents breakage. And peppermint stimulates growth, okay? And I also did mention on how you can infuse this oil, okay? So you can infuse these oils, these herbs in oils, okay? In the oils that I've mentioned. And you can also add some essential oils, okay, my beautiful friends. So I've made this for sale, okay, for sale. So you can also use a double boiler, okay, to infuse your oils. So what I do, I put my herbs into a big glass jar, like so, like more than 5 liters, my friends. I put my herbs, I put my different oils, like they infuse for 3 months. Then after 3 months, I strain them. So you can also use a double boiler, like maybe if you are in a rush, you don't have that patience, or maybe you want to use that oil as quickly as possible, then what you need to do is just do a double boiler method, okay? And of course, once you put in a double boiler method, you need to do that for 30 to 45 minutes, and then you strain it. So make sure that you use a cheesecloth. That is if you had added some powdered herbs, okay, because they're very difficult to strain. So make sure that you use a cheesecloth. So those are the things that we talked about. So if you have any questions, my beautiful people, just post them now. I will answer you live. I'm here for you, my beautiful friends, okay? And I appreciate you so much for the love and the support that you are giving to Casa Naturals. Like our channel is growing. I'm in awe, my beautiful friends. Like I'm humbled, and we give glory and honor to our God, because he's the one who gives us the strength to do what we can do, okay? And without him, we cannot do anything. I appreciate you so much. And please, if you haven't yet subscribed, subscribe to my channel and give this video a big thumbs up. So on Casa Naturals, we celebrate natural hair, we celebrate natural skin. Like we look at holistic skincare and hair care, okay? So if you are interested in skincare, we are here, okay? So I always do live videos on skincare and hair care, and I make some PDF on different kinds of herbs and how to make different kinds of products, okay? So if you are interested, you can just email me. Like on my bio, you'll find my email. I avoid giving out my number because due to security reasons. So you can just check my email, then you have all that information. You can send me an email, my beautiful friends, okay? So any questions, my beautiful friends, any questions? I appreciate you so much, like, for spending some time with me. Okay, Temwiko actually is one of my top fans today. A shout out to you, Temwiko. And actually, Temwiko left some few minutes ago. So my beautiful friends, like, if you have any questions, just post them. Then I'll get back to you. I'll answer you now, okay? So I appreciate you so much for watching. God bless you. And of course, you know what? I have my beautiful princess here. I don't even know the name. So I'd wanted you, my beautiful friends, like, to tell me the name of this plant. Okay, and it's actually growing well. If you can see, like, the tip, and it's very fragile. Like, it's beautiful. Have you seen? Like, it's beautiful. Very beautiful, my friends. Like, I don't even know the name, but of course I'm going to check it out online. I'll check the name. Like, it's very easy actually to propagate. One thing I've noticed, like, you've seen, like, this leaf which has come out, this leaf, when you just put it in the soil, like, it will start to germinate, okay? So nature is beautiful. So my beautiful friends, like, the oils that we talked about and the herbs that we talked about, they are from nature. Like God has provided us with nature where we can tap, you know, and grow our hair and have that flawless skin without any toxic ingredients. Okay, so make sure that you come back every day, because you know what, my friends, some companies actually hide behind those fancy words. So I also teach on how to read the ingredients labels like a pro. Okay, you need to know what you're putting on your skin and on your hair, because my beautiful friends, like what you put on your skin, on your hair, like goes directly into the bloodstream. Okay, so that's the reason why we need to be cautious on what we are putting on our skin. And I also educate you on the products that you need to avoid. For example, if there are parabens, perfume, fragrance in your product, run away from that product. For instance, like in perfume, when you find an ingredient perfume in your product, because perfume can indicate 300 toxins. Okay, so in most cases, when I want that good scent from my products, I just add some essential oil like rosemary, lavender, like all natural. Okay, so run, my beautiful friends. Okay, run from such products. Actually, the first 5 ingredients are the most important. So if you see 5 ingredients, you can't pronounce them, run away. Okay, but of course I'm going to do part 3 of how to read an ingredient labels like a pro. It was a request by one of my friends. Yes, I think it should be Tabsang from South Africa. Yes, so I'm going to do that video this week by grace. If God, you know, permits it, I'm going to do a live video on how to read your ingredient labels like a pro. So I'm here, my beautiful friends, like to give you more information and make best choices. Okay, and at some point I'd shared on how to, if you are vegetarian, like you might not know, like yes, you might be a vegetarian, but the products that you are applying, actually they are not vegetarian. There could be some animal derivatives in your products. So I always give you information on what vegan products you use and what to look for in a vegan product, because you know companies actually hide behind those fancy words. You know, a product can say it's organic, but yet it's not. I can give you an example. Okay, let me put my flour aside. Okay, so this is actually coconut oil. Okay, this is coconut oil. It is actually by Lemke Fine Oils, and they have said that it is organic virgin. Okay, now we will have to go to the ingredient labels. I don't know if I'll be able to read that. You go to the ingredient labels, and then the ingredient, you discover that in this, the ingredient is just cold pressed coconut oil, nothing more, nothing more. Okay, no preservative, no any foul smells, you know, no fragrance of whatsoever. And actually it is very natural. Oh my god, like I love that smell of extra virgin coconut oil. It's very nice. And I also use extra virgin olive oil like on my body. So like if you are a vegan, better you opt for oils, natural oils, okay, to apply. So after applying my moisturizer, I just get a little, you know, oil, and then I apply it on my skin, and it soaks up in the skin. And you know, my family would always comment to say, you smell nice, like what kind of lotion did you apply? I'm like, it's just coconut oil, you know, so it has that good smell. But of course that some people don't love the smell of coconut oil, so you can actually use purified, okay, which doesn't have a smell. Okay, so you can check the video which I did about coconut oil. All you have to know about coconut oil, like there are 3 types of coconut oil, my beautiful friends. So that video is loaded with more information, so please make sure that you check out that video. And of course I'm going to do part 1 of vegan skin care and how you can actually heal your skin naturally, okay, without using any toxic ingredients. So I appreciate you so much, my beautiful friends, for coming and for sparing that precious time of yours. God bless you. See you in our next video. Bye bye.